What up, gamers? Fence here, and welcome back to Genshin Impact. So yeah, let's for realsies finish up the Sumeru storyline. Could it be related to the Abyss?
But even that wouldn't explain how she somehow comes from this world. Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders.
Descenders?
What's a Descender? Paimon's never heard of it. Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui in return for my gnosis, right? A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External beings, ones that don't belong to this world.
That sounds like me too.
Traveler, you are Tevat's fourth Descender.
Ooh, fourth. Okay, so I mean, if Lumin, assuming she was here first, because she already went on her journey, she'll be the third, and that means there's like another two. Dang. Yeah, this is very fascinating. Just learning about this stuff.
Huh? So the Fatui count three other Descenders before the Traveler? And his sister isn't even one of them?
Oh, I thought. Never mind. I thought the sister was one of them. Well, that's even more interesting too. So, I mean, that confirms the sister is not a descender, but we are with three other people. Now I'm wondering about the three other people. If we'll hear about them, I'm sure we will. Like by the end of this whole thing, I'm sure maybe most of it will be explained in some way or another.
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first Descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles.
Oh,
As for the other Descenders, I still need to verify their existence. It could take me some time. Paimon's head's about to burst from all this crazy new information. And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions. I must say, I truly regret that I can't help you more as the God of Wisdom. There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them.
same here. I'll need some time to reflect on what you've said.
And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart from Sumeru. I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate. I'm sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida. The pleasure is all mine. I can't thank you enough. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes, and maybe I'll appear in your dreams.
Alright, that was it. Hey, it's done. And now we can continue on to the next one. Talk to Masrer. Got a twig? Okay. Recollections of a fountain. I'm guessing that's Fontaine. Quest. Alright, which one do we do first? Invasion of Genesis. Oh, inversion of Genesis. Oh, I gotta do this first. Wait, there's still a chapter 3? Act 6? Oh my. Okay, we still have plenty of things to do. Oh my gosh, I really thought that was it. 5 sounds like a good number to end on. Okay. Well, I'll guess I'll keep on going. I think I'll keep on doing the Archon quests up to the points before we enter Fontaine. I think I'll just keep doing that. I think that'll be the safest for me to start the event. But yeah, so far, like, dude, I've been recording this in, like, ever since, I don't know, the last time I said it was a new day for me. Yeah, I've been recording a lot. I've really been trying to, rush through this. Which, when I say rush, I also try my best to, still try my best to understand the story. I don't want to like skip any cutscenes because I do want to just enjoy the story for myself. All right. I guess I can't really give my thoughts on the whole story so far yet. There's still like another act that I gotta do. I assume this will be the last act. Maybe it might be short because I can't see this having some kind of like giant boss or something.
Huh? Wait, you're that blonde traveler who's on a journey to all corners of Tevat, right?
Ah, you've heard of me.
Who's asking? Do you need something from us?
You bet I do. I was worried I wouldn't be able to find you. I have a letter for you, you see. It's from another Outlander.
Ooh. You think this part of the story is gonna be Dainsleif?
He was a crafty fellow, let me tell you. Took advantage of a loophole in our mailing system by opting for guaranteed delivery, then filling in the most obscure mailing address I've ever seen.
Well, we are always on the road, so yeah, it's pretty tough to get mail to us unless we happen to go to the post office on a whim. So, what address did that person give you anyway?
He just wrote, next to a small, white-haired talking fairy.
What? Isn't that Paimon?
What? So the address is Paimon?
Yeah, exactly, right? And if I failed to deliver the letter, I'd have been bound by regulation to compensate him. Really, he got me good. I count myself very lucky that I ran into you here.
Great. Let me see this letter. I'm really curious who could have sent it.
Of course, here it is.
Come on, Paimon wants to have a look too.
Dainsleif, you think? Oh, Kaya, what the heck? I just saw the end. It's been a while. How have you been? I have heard that the two of you are traveling in Sumeru, and I happen to be in Port Ormos on official business. Lately, I've been stopping by, uh, the Jafar Tavern for a drink or two every afternoon. If luck's on my side, and this letter successfully reaches you, come to me then, and we can catch up on old times. We'll see it as a fated encounter. Your trusty buddy, Kaya. Dang.
Kaya, huh? So he's here in Sumeru. Now that Paimon thinks about it, Crafty does describe him pretty well.
Yeah, can't say I'm hugely surprised. This is definitely Kaya's style.
From what he wrote in the letter, it looks like he didn't think there was much chance of it reaching us. Or maybe he's just being sneaky. Do you think he's making this sound like a miracle of fate so that we'd have to go meet up with him?
Very scheming indeed. Well, no harm done. It'll be nice to catch up with him.
Yeah, you're right. It's always nice to see old friends. The letter says that he hangs out at Jafar Tavern every afternoon. Perhaps we should drop in on him then, huh?
Kari birds. Okay, let's see what this is about. It's very interesting. Like, Kaya just coming out of nowhere. Yeah, it's been so long. Like, Mondstadt was like, for me, like, that was at the beginning of this year, 2024. I don't know when this video is gonna come out. It could be next year by then. It could be Christmas by now. I actually have no idea when this video will come out. But for me, as of recording this, you know, during the, you know, this banner run over here, yeah, it's been a while. Like, yeah, pretty much like 8 to 9 months by now. All right. So we wait until 16. I'm actually curious about this. It's a 19. It's a 19, right? Yeah, what the heck does Kaya want? It's been so long. And also, why is he here? You think he's from here? That would be interesting to see. I mean, maybe he could be. Oh, 16, my gosh. I'm so bad. 16. My bad. Alright. But yeah, we'll just get through this, and then after all the acts are done for chapter 3, that's when I'll give my thoughts, which I really do want to discuss about, you know, before we end everything off. And then head to Fontaine at some point.
I'll have something I haven't tried yet,
Hey.
boss.
Dude, it's so cool just to see, like, old friends. Especially people from, like, other nations just traveling here, too. I would love to like revisit like the other characters and just have them like pop in and out now and then.
Uh, Sorry, sir. I'm afraid you've already tried every type of liquor we serve.
Oh? Well then, just the bill, please. It's just as well, I suppose. I do have other matters to attend to.
Kaya, you're really here! Paimon half thought you were playing some sort of prank on us.
Hey, Paimon, traveler. Looks like the gods smile upon me after all. And come now, I wouldn't joke about wanting to see my good friends.
If you say so. We've missed you too.
Wait a second. You must be here on official business, right? What do you think you're doing spending every afternoon drinking at the tavern? You itching for a lecture from Jean?
Not at all. The acting Grand Master positively terrifies me. Why would I ever do anything that might displease her?
Uh-huh. Very believable. You terrified? I don't buy it.
The truth is, I'm in Sumeru to learn about the alcohol industry here. So despite how it might look, I'm actually at Jafar Tavern for strictly business purposes. Sumeru spices are famous the world over, and it's long been rumored that this fine establishment was where a certain very popular spiced cocktail was invented. That's why the Knights sent me, their foremost expert in alcoholic beverages, to come and see if it is as good as the rumors say.
And how did that go?
So far, so good. I'm already in talks with some spice merchants in Port Ormos about some potential collaboration.
Yeah, that does sound like a great business opportunity. Guess Don Winery and Master D-Luke are gonna make a tidy sum from this one too, huh?
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Whether this lucrative opportunity gets passed along to Don Winery or not depends on how nice I'm feeling.
Hey! Using your job to settle personal grievances isn't very knightly, Captain!
I'm guessing you've been to Sumeru before?
Oh? What makes you say that?
You came to Sumeru all on your own, so you must be quite familiar with the place.
Very sharp of you. I wouldn't say I'm familiar, though. I just came here on the sly once, when I was very young.
And? Do continue.
Do I have to? When I said we could talk about the old times, digging up my past wasn't exactly what I had in mind.
Oh, don't worry about it, you don't have to go into great detail.
Well, all right, since you're so interested. Like I said, I was very young then. Don Winery had only just taken me in. I overheard my adoptive father talk about sending a team of merchants to Sumeru during a business meeting. I'm sure you'll agree that everyone's curious about their roots on some level. And my roots? They're in Conria,
Oh.
which is said to have been located deep underground, somewhere near Sumeru.
Now you're talking, Conria.
And so I stowed myself away amidst the cargo, and silently joined the merchant delegation on their trip to Sumeru. But it wasn't long before the merchant delegation received news that I'd gone missing. Their leader promptly found me, and before I knew it, my adoptive father was dragging me back home by the ear. It was a short-lived adventure. Sorry I don't have a more thrilling story for you.
Speaking of Conria, how much do you know about it?
Honestly, not much. The only reason I knew that Conria was near Sumeru is because I happened to read that in a book when I was young.
Oh my gosh. Dude, you just say Conria? Alright, you just speak about it. Alright, Dainsleif will sniff it out. He's gonna smell that from like a mile away. You can be like in 2 nations away. He's just gonna pop in.
My life had less and less to do with Conria as I grew up, and so I started caring less as well. I used to believe that I had inherited some sort of duty from my father. But then I began to wonder. Maybe my father left me in the peaceful land of Mondstadt for no other reason than simply to keep me alive, as well as ensuring that I'd be safely cut off from certain things. The thought that I might be able to actually live a happy life there must have been the icing on the cake. This is obviously all speculation. Simply put, I'm afraid that I'm not particularly in the know on this topic. These days, my surname, Alberich, is probably the only link to Conria that I have left.
One death afternoon, please, boss.
Alright, Dainsleif. Hey, dude. Dude, we can get a Conria team in the far, far future when Dainsleif becomes available. I mean, I don't know if they mentioned about Conria with Kaya before, but yeah, I can bring Ether, Kaya, and now Dane's Leaf. And just imagine if like one day, just imagine the reward at the end of at the end of this whole story is the other sibling. You know, if, if you're Ether, you get Lumen, and then vice versa.
Tell
That'll be
me,
fun.
what do you know about the significance of that name, Alberich?
D-
Ooh,
Dainsleif?
wait, does that really mean something big?
Ah, you've decided to join us. I was wondering how long you planned on listening in. I believe I've seen you before in Mondstadt. Dainsleif, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh man, here we go.
So you remember me. Then we are already acquainted, Kaya Alberich, descendant of the Abyss Order's founder.
Wow, dude, there's like so many like new lore stuff just being dumped. Man, the Descenders, then now a descendant, yeah, a descendant of the Abyss Order's founder.
Huh?
Oh, even Kaya doesn't know. What the heck? The Abyss Order.
What?
I take it that you weren't aware of this until now, Kaya. Or you wouldn't have been so forthcoming with your surname.
Hmm.
Oh my. That's quite a lot of baggage for a surname, isn't it? Though I must say, it does confirm an old suspicion of mine. I suppose that was why my father left me in Mondstadt after all.
I'm surprised that you take me at my word without the faintest hint of skepticism.
Well, perhaps what you told me just happens to answer some questions I carry in my memories. And in any case, I recognize your eyes. You're a pure-blood Conrian, aren't you?
Oh, I mean, yeah, we knew that. I didn't know about the eyes though.
Very clever. Forgive me for being direct, but I sincerely hope this new knowledge doesn't change anything. If you've already let go of your ties to the past, then keep it that way.
Kaya, you're not involved with the Abyss Order in any way, are you?
Hey, hold on now. This conversation has taken a rather sudden turn for the deadly serious. And I'm afraid that as someone from Mondstadt, I'm not accustomed to this sort of atmosphere. So what if I know my ancestry? Do I strike you as the type who would be bound by that kind of thing? Relax. I'll be just as delighted to hunt down the Abyss Order tomorrow as I have always been.
I trust you, Kaya. I think. I guess.
Either way, looks like we're out of time. I've got a spice merchant to meet in a minute, so I'll leave the three of you to carry on the conversation without me.
Man, would love to know more about you, cause yeah, would love to see more of like Kaya.
Well, alright then. You go do your thing, Kaya.
See you around. And Dainsleif, no need to listen in from the sidelines next time we meet. Let me buy you a drink.
I can see Kaya, you know, also just appearing again with his ancestry. Because yeah, maybe we need to open up a door in the Abyss Order, like whatever their main base is. Then maybe like we need someone like who's like blood related.
You don't really trust him, do you, Dane? You're both from Conria, but you get on like oil and water.
The fact is, I still do not know him well. It would be meaningless for me to jump to conclusions. But can a person truly be unaffected by their ancestry? This remains to be seen.
I mean, so far, I mean he's an adult right now. I don't think he really showed any case for him being with the Abyss Order. So you said that in Alberic founded the Abyss Order? I thought my sibling was the founder.
Well, I suspect that they call your sister their princess, precisely because there is a succession of sorts.
Oh, you know what? That's true.
Oh, so if she was the founder, she'd be the queen, right?
Yeah. So what do you plan to do here in Sumeru?
I mean to investigate the Loom of Fate.
Oh yeah,
Do you remember that name?
I remember. I think it was like the goal or plan, right? The goal or plan. It's been a while, but I think it was the goal or plan of the Abyss Order.
Yeah, the Abyss Order's evil plan, We learned about that back in Mondstadt.
You've got a new lead.
Not new. Not exactly. My memories suffer from erosion. But while I was recovering my health recently, I suddenly remembered something. Your sister. She mentioned the Loom of Fate back when we traveled together.
All the way back then. So that was already a thing several centuries ago.
Apparently so. I was also quite surprised when these memories tallied up. I recall that we were traveling to Sumeru when the matter was brought up.
So, you're going to the place that she mentioned back then?
Correct. At that time, they must have been introduced in one way or another to this concept. If I recall correctly, we were somewhere in Avidya Forest then.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go! Maybe we'll discover some secret that's lain hidden for hundreds of years!
No. Now is not the time.
Aw. Are you concerned about the Abyss Order?
No, it's just... I'm still waiting for my drink.
Oh.
Seriously?
After Dane finishes his drink, he prepared to travel to the Vidya Forest. Yeah, that whole scene, man, that was probably the closest thing that we got for Dane's leave to narrate Kaya's collected miscellany. Alright. So yeah, let's go back to Avidya Forest. Back to where it all began. I believe we're going back to the entrance. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And here we are. Are we really gonna go back? Wow. Like, this is pretty much very much close by to like where we last met Dainsleif. That was like back in that chasm, right? Like, yeah, not too far. But yeah, would love to see more of Kaya or anyone else. What is that? That looks so cool. Alright. Oh, you know what? I bet Nahida uses those Sumeru roses to ascend. I can see that. It's like all over the place. Seems to be like the main flower here in Sumeru.
Wait. This place, it's familiar.
What about it? It looks pretty normal to Paimon. Was it like this hundreds of years ago too?
Yes. The forest has barely changed from how I remember it. There is very little human activity here after all. Let's search the area and see what we can find.
Is this a field? It must belong to whoever owns that house over there. But it looks like it's been abandoned for a long time. You could be forgiven for thinking nothing was ever grown here. Or, wait, maybe nothing ever was grown here.
I'm sure it's been worked on. I mean,
It's an extinguished bonfire. Forest rangers, perhaps?
looking at the lamps, like this place probably was being used recently,
Looks like it's been ages since it was last lit.
or maybe
And
not.
clearly they put it out carefully to prevent a forest fire, too. That's responsible.
Nothing else stands out in this area. All that's left is that building. Come on.
Wait, we're just gonna go barging in? What if someone's home?
Unlikely. There are no signs of life in this area. We should be able to enter without incident.
I don't know,
If you
the
say
lanterns.
so. Well, you
Maybe
lead
it's-
the way then, Dane.
Oh, look. And now it's off. I mean, I'm sure it's automatic by, you know, gameplay wise, like the lanterns. I just thought that maybe it will be more of a manual thing lore wise. Yeah, lore wise, it would be more manual to light them up. Maybe it's automatic. It could be like automatic in a lore way. Oh, my dog wants to go out. Open door.
So there really isn't anyone home. Ugh, this place is so dusty. Paimon bets no one's lived here in years.
We'll go from left to right. A bed.
This bed looks pretty ordinary. Huh. There's nothing underneath it either. What sort of person would want to live here? It's so dark and damp. Can't be all that comfortable. here. Why don't we open it? And by we, Paimon means you. Paimon's just scared that whatever's inside might bite her fingertips off.
You sure are going places with your paranoia.
Huh? This is a mirror.
I mean, it's bad luck.
It's broken too. Was this a makeup box?
It's just a regular mirror.
That's kinda disappointing. Paimon was hoping we'd uncover some super big secret. Especially after Dane talked this place up.
Okay, what about the last one? What is that?
Hey, look! It's a bowl! Guess whoever used to live here liked to cook, huh?
Can't you smell it? There's a heavy scent of medicinal herbs in here.
Oh, so it's a medicine bowl? Seems you're right. You've got a good nose on you, Dane.
And by the way, like, I don't know if it's just been a while since I last heard Dane's Leaf, but his voice sounds a bit more gravelly, I think. Like, I think it was like that too, right? After he was, like, greatly injured in the chasm. But I guess maybe he's still recovering, or maybe it'll be a thing that will stay there for a while. I don't know, I need to hear more. It just sounded a bit more gravelly to me.
Doesn't look like there's anything else worth our attention here. You sure we're in the right place, Dane?
Because, like, I don't know if that's just the VA, or if that's supposed to be on purpose. I can see it being on purpose because, you know, he was, like I said, just greatly injured back in the chasm from my memory.
My memories are quite foggy, but my subconscious and instincts both assert that something once happened here.
But also, it could just have been a while that I last heard his voice.
But we'll exhaust ourselves if we search aimlessly. I hear noises outside. Let's go and check.
Noises? Is it?
It's not much. Just some minor adversaries.
My dog wants to go in. Oh,
Monsters? Wow, Dane's ears are sharp, just like his nose.
oh wow. Why is it a bit laggy?
500-year-old.
Oh.
Although for someone who's as full of surprises
Shoot.
as Dane, it's hardly a big deal. Anyway, let's beat up these monsters.
Oops, my bad. It's the wrong one. There we go. Yeah, I don't think Bennett right now would be good to use.
Let's dance.
Okay.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Scatter!
Right.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Yeah, while these guys are out, so I'll go ahead and use Bennett.
By royal decree, I summon thee. I'll protect us.
Nice.
Propagate!
I'll just try to finish this guy first
Oz revealed
before he gets his armor back.
Scatter!
There we go. Alright, small guy. Last one. Probably for this entire video. Hey, there we go. Talk to Dane's Leaf.
I doubt that the appearance of those monsters was wholly random. There must be something nearby that attracted them. A ley line anomaly, perhaps. But it seems to be more than that. Okay. I'll go slightly further out to investigate any issues with the nearby ley lines. I might be a while. You should wait for me here.
What? You're going alone? You better not be trying to keep some secret from us.
Your suspicions are as banal as they are unwarranted. I merely think that this house should remain the focus of our investigation, and as such, someone ought to stay here and keep an eye on it. Not to mention that if even forest rangers are capable of investigating ley lines, I will be more than able to handle it alone.
Fair enough. Guess we'll just camp out here then. Good thing there's a bonfire over there. Let's make ourselves something to eat. All this running around has made Paimon real hungry.
Okay. But yeah, we'll do that next time. Next time we'll light the bonfire and do some cooking. Yeah, I guess we'll just keep on going until we finish up this last act, which I assume it is. You know, it is Dane's Leaf and stuff. That usually happens with this story before we enter the next nation. But that'll be for now, guys. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good